How's it going, everybody? It's Stas here. So I want to break down 3 oversold stocks that I'm looking at right now in the stock market, 2 of which I already own, 1 of which I bought literally this morning, and I'm already doing very well on it. I'm up almost 10%. And I also want to break down what the markets are doing right now as of 12 p.m. on the East Coast. So sit back, relax, hit the like button, subscribe, check out my Patreon if you guys want all my calls, my buys, my sells, everything I'm doing, plus morning update videos. All of that's on Patreon, link down below. And now is the best time to sign up since it's the beginning of the month. So check it out. And with that being said, let's get into it. So right now, like I said, it's about 12 p.m. on the East Coast. It's noon. It's lunchtime. The markets are slowing down a bit for the meantime, and they're doing pretty well. The S&P is up 0.25%. Same with the Dow. The NASDAQ 100's up 0.1%, and we are seeing the Russell cool off a bit. It's down 0.2% after the crazy run it had yesterday where it went up 2.5%. And we hit another all-time high today. SPY hit $462.22. That was about 20-30 minutes ago, and since then we've been pulling back a bit. You guys can see here on the intraday chart, and now we are seeing buyers step in right around the 180 moving average. And on QQQ, this also hit an all-time high at about 389.50. We hit that 20-30 minutes ago, and now we're pulling back, very similar to what we're seeing with SPY, right? And we're fighting to hold the uptrend on this intraday chart. And make sure you guys subscribe, because we're going to talk about this. We're going to break down the markets and how things ended up closing on the day, like we do every single day in my nighttime video. So make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. And now, after we did that brief update, let's get into the 3 stocks. Number 1 is Voyager Digital. And full disclosure, guys, this is a small company. It's an OTC stock, over the counter. So there is a bit more risk here. But for me, I'm willing to take on this risk. And this is the one that I bought this morning. And the ticker symbol is VYGVF. I actually bought this at $14.71 on the dot. Now we're sitting at $15.60. So I'm already up about 7% on my position, maybe a little bit less, right around 7%. And you guys in my Patreon know you get all my buys, all that good stuff. I'm already up a lot. I'm happy about it. And full disclosure, this is a midterm swing for me. You know, I'm looking to hold it for a couple of weeks, couple of months. And honestly, if it hits my price target of $20, I'm willing to sell before a couple of weeks, couple of months. Pretty much, I'm just looking to hold it until it hits $20. And they are reporting, I believe, I was looking at some articles. They're reporting in the middle of November, I believe, but they also gave out some numbers a couple days ago, and the numbers are looking great, guys. This company is growing like a weed. I mean, it's just ridiculous. For some numbers here, let's break it down. Fiscal year 2021 financial and business milestones. You guys ready for this? Total revenue increased to $175 million from $1 million in full year 2020. Operating income came in at $56 million compared to an operating loss of $11 million in full year 2020. Total verified users grew to 1.75 million, up from 86,000 at June 2020. And total funded accounts, this is huge, because total verified users, they don't necessarily have to fund their account, which means there's no money in their account, but total funded accounts, which means there is money in the account, those grew to 665,000 from 23,000 at the end of June 2020. So this company, guys, it's growing total revenue by a crap ton. I mean, a lot here, guys. They're growing operating income. They're growing their verified users and their funded accounts. And on top of that, their total assets under management grew to $2.6 billion from $35 million. Let me say that again, $2.6 billion to from $35 million, and that was from the end of June 2020. which is just insane. So I am long Voyager. I bought it this morning, and honestly, it might go over 20. That's the truth. I might actually sell half at 20 and let the rest ride. I really haven't decided yet. But overall, since this news came out, the stock's been going ballistic. I mean, it went from $8 to 17, right? That was a couple of days ago. And then it pulled back for the past 2 days, and this morning it was down a bit, which is why I picked it up. You guys can see yesterday it went from 1670 to 1370, so it did dip about 20% intraday yesterday. Then we got the rebound into market open, and look at this. We hit 1530 at market open roughly, then we pulled back, and that's where I bought it, 1471, and it's been ripping since. So in my opinion, this is a dip buy within the overall breakout above the moving averages. As you guys can see, now we're trading above the moving averages. So if we start taking out 17, this thing is going to 20, maybe even higher, 25. I believe that is for sure in the cards here in the midterm, short to midterm. So that is stock number one, Voyager Digital. I love it. Again, it's an OTC stock. Be careful. It's a bit more risky, but if you have the stomach for risk, go for it. I think it's a good opportunity. Number two, which is a bit less risky, but still kind of risky with what's going on with the supply chain issues, the labor shortages, all that good stuff. Well, not so good stuff. It's FedEx, ticker symbol FDX, and this is one that I also own. I bought this, I forget, 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. I bought it more towards the beginning of October, and my average cost is $226.70, so I am up about 4% as of now. Nothing crazy, a little bit less than what I'm up on Voyager, and I've been holding FedEx a bit longer. That's just the nature of the stocks here, guys. Voyager is way more volatile. That's why I'm up a lot more in a day than I am in a couple of weeks on FedEx. But overall, FedEx here, I'm looking to hold a bit longer than Voyager. This is actually more of a longer-term position that I'm holding in my long-term account. One of my long-term accounts, that is. And this one's down about 25% from the peak. As of now, we hit 320, got the 220, 215. Now we've rallied a bit, and it looks like we are fighting right by that 180 moving average. I think if we break this, it could be a nice trading opportunity if you want to hop in short term. And overall, since it's beaten down and it's in the midst of adversity right now, I think it's a good long-term opportunity as well. Hence why I bought in at 226. I believe their PE ratio is like a 10 and 11 last time I checked, which is very low. So I think this is just a short-term blip in the overall uptrend of FedEx. I mean, I don't think that. I know that, considering the long-term chart still looks very good. So I'm in FedEx. I'm buying it. We'll probably add more. And if you guys were paying attention to UPS's earnings, they were pretty good. I mean, UPS stock ripped on earnings, and we'll talk about this more in my video later today, so make sure you subscribe. And it hit an all-time high. I mean, FedEx is lagging a bit, but they're in the same kind of situation, UPS and FedEx. So I'm in FedEx, and the last one here is Pinterest, which if you guys were in my Patreon, you've been watching my channel, you know that I traded Pinterest and I made a good amount of money on it. I bought it at 51. I sold it on the PayPal acquisition rumor at 61, and then it tanked to 43. Now we're very oversold. The stock's down 3%. It's at a year low, I believe. Maybe it's even at, no, there's no way it's at a 3-year low. But it's at a year low, that's for sure. And it's down about, let's see here, 50% from the all-time high. And they have earnings coming up. And in my opinion, this stock is so beaten down. It's going to take a report that's horrible for this to go lower. I mean, if we see any decent signs of light in their earnings report, a solid earnings report, heck, if they surprise and do very well, this stock is probably going to go high. I think it's going to go back to 50, 55. It's very possible. I mean, we've seen stocks like Pinterest, Snapchat, we've seen these go haywire after earnings in either direction, right? I mean, look at this. The past earnings report, it dropped a lot. who's to say it can go up a lot? I mean, it's in the cards, especially since it's very oversold right now. So keep your eyes on Pinterest. Earnings are coming out in 2 days. And you guys know I'm not an earnings gambler. I'm not going to buy Pinterest before earnings hoping it spikes, but I am going to be watching it and looking for an entry point potentially after earnings once we get more clarity and see what's going on there. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, make sure you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and check out my Patreon and check out your, or wait a second, I got that wrong. First, leave me a comment. Then check out the Patreon if you guys want all my buy, sells, call outs, morning update videos, plus more. I post everything on there, and you can check it out. And it's very valuable. I'm putting a lot of work in on Patreon. So check it out. Link down below. Get your $30 from M1 Finance. That's free. Your 2 stocks from Webull. All that good stuff. That's also linked down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Good luck today. Peace out.